This is Outnumbered. I'm Andrea Tantaros, and here with us today, Harris Faulkner, Sandra Smith, host of Kennedy on Fox Business, now at 8 p.m. And today's hashtag #OneOutnumbered.
Thanks for having me.
How's the tour going?
The tour's going great. DefendFreedomTour.com, all over the country. Right. Crowds of vets and military families.
It isn't free, is that true?
Never free.
Great.
Always needs to be defended.
Well
We're
said.
trying to do it.
And thank you for your service,
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Fighting for some of that freedom.
Absolutely. You got to do it.
And speaking of defending, the president's been pretty busy defending. You said, should the health care law. Okay, before we get into the president.
We learned from the president also yesterday, because he was dropping some news, Iranian forces on the ground there inside Iraq to recruit on hold, basically.
Really? Tell that to the folks.
And that is, we know, at least since August, the president's been saying he doesn't have a strategy. Yesterday we learned why. We're waiting on Iraq. Kennedy, can he continue to push this, to punt it kind of down the road until he's out of office? And
I think he can, and I think he will, and I think that's defense and Iraq, I think it is very shallow, and
there's no decider right now.
So specifically, should he, though? Because, Andrea, what I've heard you say...
Too different than what we see in the financial...
All right, so you've got a culture where really, as women, we don't have...
This wife that they're interrogating. Oh, didn't guys go in there with boots on the ground and go execute a raid and kill some guys and grab some people? All 2 battalions worth of people. But you have to be willing to be out there, unleash the rules of engagement, go after bad people, find them, gather intelligence, find out how they organize. That's how you do it.
And that's my question for you.
We're weeks behind him in the intelligence and where he is and what he's doing because we don't have real...
And leave and come home.
There's a time for counterinsurgency, but my old first sergeant used to say, 2 to the heart, 1 to the mind is often 2 to the heart, 1 to the mind is the most effective approach. Scenarios, and in this case, that's the only thing ISIS is fundamentally going to understand. It shouldn't have to just be the U.S. We should find Arab allies to do it with us. But until we realize that, the caliphate's not going away, ISIS isn't going away, and the threat to us here, not going away.
This started
on them and getting all of that information. One of each. How deeply offended were you as a who's got a daughter at home that Target had the audacity? Maybe they shouldn't separate boys free for all.
Unishopping. Let me slip into...
If they had tutus, Harris, that were steel gray or perhaps camouflage colored, and they call them boys.
Weird. Building sets. Is all into architecture and building things for the girls to live in. And the other one has like 59,000. Just go down the aisle I want to go down.
Well, that's true. I mean, if it's gift buying, that's one line for the toy that it wants. I mean, it doesn't really matter what aisle you put it in. The child will find what it likes, or the adult will find the toy that it likes.
But
Art knows what it wants.
We've done
Kennedy.
Okay, this is why I love
Silent treatment, though, Pete Hegseth.
Very effective. I will say, though,
Listeners are having agape. That's a different show.
Oni.
I am, but I also believe that you might find somebody who will listen. So you got to keep talking and listening.
I don't know. Every once in a while, I think is very effective. And a good friend of mine, his mom told me right before we got married.
The day from Kennedy. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Pete Hegseth. All right, we're staying right here for Outnumbered Overtime on the web, foxnews.com/outnumbered. Click on the Overtime tab. We're back on TV tomorrow at noon Eastern. We've got all kinds of stuff to talk about. Please join us. Happening Now starts right now.